Nongshim RedForce versus ZETA Division with a new player, my friends. 10-10, Meteor, little brother, the player from Team 1, the legendary one. And this, my friends, is a very important game for both organizations. They are fighting for playoffs, okay? I won't be present on this one. My back is not good. I also very tired, as you could see in JNG versus DRX game. Go check that out, it was epic. But I will be back for VCT Americas, okay? Now I will rest. I will make sure the highlights are good for you guys. So stay tuned, enjoy the game. I see you later on.
Be able to show up again, be that sugar hero that showed up last week, who absolutely decimated talent alongside the other teammates. But the real big thing for me was how good ZETA was at reacting to contact, how good 10-10 was at being on the spot with the Neon. He was all over the map, oftentimes mirroring where Clues wanted him. And Clues is going to get some information here very, very shortly after that dart is cleared.
Forward position here from 10-10. Waiting for it. Ivy strafing forward, and that's going to be the first kill found.
That's the deadlock on, too.
Looks for a little bit more, and he's going to find it. Persia taken down. Not much damage suffered either. 74 health remaining here on the Neon as the plant does come through on the A site. ZETA looking to play retake in a 5v3 as Domby takes a forward position, but immediately will get scouted.
Oh,
looking for the close angle. Now swings in, but she'll able to find that in reply. Time starting to bleed away a bit. Shield popped here. Makes the L as Domby going to be paranoid up, slides over to the side, gets himself across towards stairs. Steady here for the moment. Defuse now being started. Widely, some body blocking can just come through. Margaret does manage to find one, but right back onto the fuse they go. And XCL will be there for the finishing blows.
Good guy, ZETA fan. Oh, Clues just took a ton of damage there.
And 10-10 loses his life. Eater of a shot there from Domby. Looking for the weapon, and XDL not quite prepared. Slide forward. Gun scooped up, does manage to make it around the corner. Reaggresses back down the stairs. So that will end up getting picked apart. XDL able to find one more here. Making things a little bit chaotic, but it's still going to be the numbers advantage for the side of Nongshim as they look to tie things up 1-1 very quickly.
Has to clear this wall. That's why it was so key in the previous round to get rid of that deadlock early. Able to break it open. Space created, but this is going to be challenging.
Not riding the wall forward. Split across the ways. Francis here in the smoke. The double tap about to expire. Paranoia goes across. Sugar Zero just cycling a smoke, but now going to be stunned up as the tap comes through. Push out the back. Francis finds XDL. Sugar Zero dead simultaneously. Not found quite just yet. Situated over towards this A site. Considering going for the swing. They do so. XCL wins out the fight. And that's going to be the spike now identified. Domby just sending out a relay bolt quickly. Looking to clear things out. The undercut does come through. Margaret strafes over the wall. Here, a jiggle peek. Gun barrel not spotted either. But the backpedaling making some noise here as he knows the pressure is coming his way. Overdrive now going to be popped, and Ivy finds the kill. 4v4 XCL close by. But spike does get planted.
Now they got to play for retake. A little bit of util to use. Still the relay bolt. Still XDL has his shield. Paranoia. So a lot to work with.
Hasn't said it quite just yet, but I'm starting to bleed away. Diving forward here. 10-10 going to be taken down. Scouts out here for the squad, but damn, on this turn of the corner, instantly deals with XDL, shield and all. Ivy tagged up, but it's just Clues left standing. Swaps the weapons, is frantically searching for a target, but odds of being able to find any here. Very limited. Domby will go ahead, strike him down, and that's going to be 3-1. Nongshim start.
This time, big time Rebel fight coming through, but with all that util comes Lunder's Fury.
Does get a tag, does get a kill. Francis going to be taken down. The further damage found is XDL. Ooh, the shield is already popped, but doesn't manage to go ahead, drag across and get the headshot there on the Domby. 10-10 at the same time going to be eliminated. Sugar Zero again. Felled as Margaret. Continues to be a thorn in their side. Just looking for the wall bank shots. Takes him down very low. Shock dart out. Clues is eventually able to find Persia, and that gives a player advantage as well as the HP here to the side of ZETA Division.
Well, there was a moment there where I thought maybe ZETA was just going to immediately back off of that A site. But instead, they hold the line. And Nongshim just happy to try a different direction. It's going to be the Vice wall.
Over there.
But my guess is 3, 2, 1. Yep.
3, 2, 1, get their way through. The Thorn's going to be late on the pop. Wall set up. It's going to be a full approach coming around from it, that mound side. Maybe a split in towards the door, but spike planted, hit and play. Margaret, he is looking to maintain dominance here for Nongshim.
Ivy's got the annihilation. This is actually very, very difficult.
This is a hell of a setup.
Yeah, this is brutal.
Defender set up from the attack. Ivy tucks back, looks for the shot. XDL a little bit faster, and Margaret down to 11 HP. Swings out, falls. And given the investments, that is going to be a very nice round victory here for the side of ZETA Division to pick up their second.
Clear the haunt. Him and Sugar Zero trying to take control of Mound. Crossfire attempted. Door control set up by Ivy.
Tap on the Paranoia immediately coming through. As swing out, Sugar Zero going to be good for one. Turns back towards Mount, finds another, TP's out to safety. As XDL picks apart Ivy as well to boot. Sugar Zero on the re-peak, finds himself a third. Bit of a quiet start, but roars to life here in round number 7. As ZETA look to get within touching distance.
Go, go, go.
Unless Margaret has anything to say about it. Shield there, will find the first, cannot find any follow-up. It's going to be the one casualty. Damn near flawless here from ZETA. They string two together.
Yeah, now they're starting to get good reads, but even more importantly, you're getting good shots from Sugar Zero. But a lot of this is them being able to have this confidence. Sugar Zero gets that first kill. He turns for a great second, but it also allows XDL to step out of B. After that angle towards pillars is cleared, you're kind of feeling a lot more comfortable than to figure out who the hell opened that door.
I mean, he's about to feel pretty good about this reposition as Prowler spots nothing. Swing in, comes through, and that's a collat. Dami and Francis both going to be taken down. Fantastically done. ZETA very well poised to tie this up, and whether it was 10-10's own sense or clues asking him to reposition, the call to get that up, set up on the B site is absolutely everything at the end of the day here.
And all it took was one smoke. You know, one-way setup by Nongshim, and he doesn't feel like they're going to contest Mound. They haven't off of that smoke. Ooh.
Margaret. On the first, can't get the transfer across to the second. Sugar Zero TPing in behind Rumble. It's a little bit whippy at first, but eventually confirms the kill and confirms the round. 10-10 just bounding his way out of B. Seems like they have a very solid understanding of where he's going to be positioned. Then again, Margaret will end up falling. Slight little attempt at a shot there. It's a slide across. Damage is very much something short that's going to be taken down. 10-10 looking for another one there. Blind. Nothing more to be found. Annihilation does get sent. No one grabbed up. It's going to now a 4v3. Dambi. He's getting the one tap there, point blank. Wall to try to lead down the rope. Shock dart lobbed in, but not finding connection. Sugar Zero for the moment, held back here by Francis over at stairs. ZETA Division. A very difficult task of trying to get their way back into this one. Right now, just breaking down the wall at back sight. Time starting to bleed away. Swing out. Dambi on good for a third. Clues eventually able to find some stability. Cleans up Ivy. XDL finding another. But now, it's all alone. Doesn't know which way to look.
But you're going to have to do more off the back of it. XDL covering. Try to push up off this drone. Is Ivy going to be ready for him to be this close?
There's no trips behind at the moment. Ivy hasn't placed any of these sonic sensors.
Yeah, there's
So he's
no
just
idea.
slowly continuing to walk in behind. Sees where the op is dropped now as the Steel Garden's going to be coming through. Spots out the first, pulls the trigger. Persia going to be taken down. Clues here behind the door. Is able to find one as Dambi goes sliding forward. B site now looking to be the target. This is ZETA. Oh, XDL melted at range. Shots flying here. 10-10 trying to line him up. Can't make it happen, but player advantage still established. Paranoia not connecting. Margaret's position previously known. Spike here on the floor, but they're looking to fight together. They're looking to fight forward.
Oh!
Now they're segregated. They're split apart, and Margaret looks for it, and he has it. The Red Bull clutch to get Nongshim up 8-4. Colin Thatcher, this man is a tyrant.
It's a massive blunder by ZETA. I like that, but nicely done. But this is a massive blunder by ZETA. Yeah. You have the spike down on the B site. There's better ways to hold that. You could fall back to C link and cover from gravel or something. I don't think there's any reason to split up there and give Margaret those 1v1s. I mean, credit to Margaret to take advantage of it. Great job. This is a little bit tough for Nongshim to read.
Looking for the stun. Quick little exit. And still trying to scale forward, using that Neon as a bit of a scout here, but so much damage going to be suffered, and it's going to be Francis collecting the first. Sugar Zero taken down, 10-10 dead. XDL at 7 HP. Not looking good for ZETA to try to find another pistol win. And take that first step towards running back this map.
They popped the double tap, and they just felt like they had to go.
Clues now just going to be overwhelmed and surrounded. Pinned into the corner. Shota dead. XDL. I mean, just net here at his feet. And it's going to be a flawless pistol victory. Taking even more from the Odin. This is just massacring him, and he hasn't even seen a single person. Francis comes up with 2. 10-10's at 5 HP. Persia's on top of the rubble. Doesn't manage to go ahead and find him, but it's going to be Sugar Zero and XDL. Try to clutch this out in a 2v3. Dambi sends up some shots. They know that he's playing nearby. The wall to try to lead them forward. XDL trying to break things open, but Dambi just breaks the shield. Slides in. Sugar Zero now needing to deliver. The top of the plant. Elbow spotted. 3 swings, and Margaret is there, refilling the space.
As he bought out for some of his friends.
And Dambi's got a judge. Hasn't been running this the entire time.
Go, go, go.
And now he is looking to break some hopes and dreams and inflict some mental damage. Clues is going to be able to find one, though. Margaret taken down outside of C, I should say. Shock Dart nearly landing perfectly at Persia's feet. We're going to be tapped. XDL, however, able to find one. The judge now striking. Dambi comes up with the elimination. But XDL continuing to look good. Finds himself a second here in the round.
God, if you could grab Dambi with that ult, should be a pretty easy win.
And he swapped over. And he will be able to go ahead and get the grab.
Beautiful.
25 advantage as double tap. Not sure what's going on with that one. Shield's been broken. Dambi wins out the fight.
He grabbed a Vandal.
Yeah, headshot comes in. Yeah, he had swapped out the weapons previously. As slide forward. Would have been a hell of a transfer there from 10-10. Can't quite make it happen. This is still going to be costly regardless, but right now ZETA very well poised. There's a quick look back from Ivy, giving a thought to this flank as the shot takes 3, but 3rd time's the charm. Ooh, Paranoia. This could be pretty monstrous. Tap at the door. Ends up sending it. The slide forward. Dambi misses the first pump, so Schultz is able to find him. Takes him down. Ivy is able to find another one as it's just complete and utter chaos here in the round. Suddenly a 2v2. Sheriff's in hand. The Paranoia across. Francis doesn't know where the hell he's at. And Margaret, he's hitting him in transit, and he gets the headshot on the slide. What in the hell just occurred? Nongshim are now up to map point. They've got 4 ultimates, and I don't know what's been happening. It's a thrifty.
I mean, it just gets a little out of control, and that's very nice. I mean, look at, they're bouncing across. You can't do that there. You got to peek that corner. Dambi, him and Shota in a standoff.
It's going to be a timing here. Gets that across on a 3. Looking for the relay bolts done now. The overdrive going to be popped on. He turns his sights back in towards B main. The Paranoia is absolutely gorgeous. And Dambi is absolutely shredding.
Spike down, attacker spawn.
Picks up the 3rd. Looking for the 4th. Looking for the finisher. Sugar Zero will deny that away from him.
30 seconds left.
There is no denying this map from Nongshim. 13-6, a one-sided affair, and ZETA's map pick. Nongshim are looking hungry, and they have their eyes set on the playoffs. It's like they said, there has to be something. There has to be an understanding, a read that they do have.
Spot there, but you got to get through this crossfire on the A side.
Oh, and Thorns are there, and XDL's just going to get gunned down. Spike dropped there within the nebula that now dissipates. Does get scooped up quickly here by Sugar Zero.
Got to change directions. Sugar Zero, you're a madman. Okay.
Okay, rushing, tapping. Just trying to keep some more interest here, and do have 4 players still hovering around this position of the map. Looks like Shota gonna go on a little bit of a walk down in towards water, see if he can hear anything. Turret, however, just gonna be set up, so still Margaret a step ahead.
Oh, the long lurks from Dambi and Francis. A lot to consider for ZETA. Gotta win some of these duels.
Right now, no peek out over towards this long angle. They are just scaling forward. No eyes on this whatsoever. 10-10 taking the first fight, has the back pedal, but now they strike. Here comes the approach from Long. Twltch able to find one more, the drop down from Ivy. Delivers a kill here onto the Killjoy is now Clues. Last one standing, 7 bullets remaining. Everybody rushing around the back there of Hall. They just cannot isolate him. A couple of those players taken low, but cannot be taken down.
It's gonna be fast tracking some of those ultimates.
Judge here within the smoke. Margaret pinging this out. Here comes the push, and here comes the slaughter. 1, 2, 3. 2 more shells loaded in, pushes, and there's the follow-up. Looking for an ace, and Clues is right here in position to potentially give it away. It's a bit of a pause, and right now it's all just a question of can he make it happen. Now has the Bulldog to try to deliver it. Domby, he is willing to go ahead and bait out for it, and there you go. Predator ace going to be gifted over, courtesy of Domby, to Margaret, who continues to be just an immense force here across these 2 maps thus far.
Yeah, he's really shining today. This one, though, not too tricky for him. Nobody checking that angle. Everybody walking through that smoke looking at something completely not him. And he's gonna stand up and let him know. Get some info on that angle instead. Just gonna double down on A.
Swing out, Showtime gonna be finished off, the flash connecting, XDL able to find one more, but 10-10 now gonna be lost. 3v3, Vandal in hand for Domby. It's 25 seconds remaining. And Clues unable to find the kill. Monstrous advantage now here for the side of Nongshim as they look to get a bonus conversion. The spike will get planted on the B site. The Sugar Zero just setting up the Nebulas here.
Spike planted.
The plant now in play, but weapons scooped up. It's gonna be full forces coming at them here.
Yeah, they passed the rifle over to Persia. Got full HP, just let Donby lead the way. This is tricky. God, Sugar Zero so close.
Playing right up against him. Dodges out those bullets from the Stinger. Concuss connecting, but does safely get tucked back in towards Halls. Sugar Zero just trying to hold the line. Time is starting to tick here on the spike. Sugar Zero finds the headshot. Finds the follow-up. Snappy to pick up the 3K. ZETA suffers some heavy losses, but
Stealth drone just cleared deep into A.
Cosmic Divide does come through. It means they have to pay credence to Persia's potential position here behind the screen. Couple shots flying through. Looking to try to stave them off. Domby finding one. Persia comes up with 2. Clues and 10-10 both get taken down. The spike now stranded. Sugar Zero doing it, trying his damnedest, but just gets absolutely hounded down.
Wherever you go, Nongshim's going to be waiting.
Bit of damage found there onto Ivy. The salvos to try to flush him forward.
30 seconds left.
As the Thorns do get popped, swing out, goes in for the fight, spots another one, takes down 10-10 to very low HP. Clues plays it quietly, gets in around the back, and 10-10 hits a hell of a shot. Domby dead. And that's the main presence now. Denied away, the Armageddon coming through. Sugar Zero giving his life for the cause, trying to sprint out, but cannot escape. The blast radius will consume him. Clues now, pressure on his shoulders. Lone player forward here into the site. Spots the gun barrel, waits for a little bit more, swings out, strikes, finds the first, but Margaret takes out 10-10. Salvo's now set. Margaret looking to try to disrespect them, pushes forward, ends up falling, and Clues finds the 4K to get the Red Bull clutch and get ZETA their 2nd round win.
Oh my, that is absolute madness. I want to see the shot from 10-10. Persia there just playing anti-lurk. Profits, Ivy being so annoying, but Clue slips the net, gets through the smoke, gets around the backside. Woohoo!
Right off the corner.
Yeah. Clues has been really good in clutch moments during the offseason and had a couple here and there in Pacific. And that's maybe his best one yet, his most important one yet.
That breaks the economy, and that gets ZETA in. I mean, the Red Bull clutch supersedes the Thrifty, but it was Thrifty fashion for them to be able to find that. 10-10 now sprinting forward, dimensional drift in play. Nothing going to be spotted here as Persia tucks back. Rotations, however, already beginning. As plant out into the open comes through.
Yeah, this
Spike.
the best thing here for Nongshim would be to get these ults out of Zeta's hands.
Okay, commit in with the ult. Ivy just looking to try to level the playing field a bit, but Widely doesn't steal much. There's Downbeat with the tap, baits out. Gravwell coming through. They're committing. However, Pincer in from the back. Denies away the lockdown. Takes that tool out of their hands here on the split is XDL. He's going to be left standing. Guns down 3, pretty much blinded up. Francis will be able to pick him off. Send on the ultimate, yep.
Should be.
There's going to be the lockdown invested here off the rip. Look to clear things out. As given the Nebula no eyes on this, so Margaret is able to safely slide out towards safety. The spike still needing to be brought forward here.
That's nice timing because you know the Tejo is on the other side of the map. So the salvos were over there at A main.
Thorns got lobbed in, I believe, on the plant spot. I don't think they were cleared out. I think that's why we see Clues just Widely sitting still. Pop flash out, 10-10 trying to take the round into his own hands, but Margaret able to find that kill. Shook up, coming up with a second as Clues joins in the fray. And it is just a firing squad between these two. Persian out, last one standing, just a judge in hand with the Cosmic Divide committed into the round. Things continue to be a bit wobbly here for both teams, to be frank.
Yeah, they're trying to set up.
Try to flush the
if
forward.
you could hit a relay bolt here.
Yeah, the combination could be devastating. Downbeat at the ready. Meanwhile, the attack getting ready to come through onto the A site, and there's going to be a gate crash in behind here as the push coming out. 10-10 trying to go for the jump, but only going to be a tiny bit of damage there on the Downbeats. Now the Armageddon. Red carpet gets laid out. Shota and XDL, however, able to find some kills here. Keep things even at a 3-3. Cosmic Divide committed to Margaret, trying to hold the line from Art. Re-swings, gets a tiny bit more damage in, but is wary and worried about an approach from behind.
30 seconds.
Plant coming through, the spray across. XDL trying to return fire. Neither getting tagged up.
Now that Cosmic Divide's gone.
Just tapping frantically, trying to find something.
Oh.
XDL down to 1, finished off. Ivy able to find that kill. Sugar Zero now needing to fight his way through. Picks up the spike and Margaret finds the timing on the swing. We are once again tied up at 5-5. The lockdown's committed. They can use the Armageddon as freely as they want. They're going to be sending it here over towards this B side. Clear out. No, Persia just able to find 10-10 as soon as he snaps forward. Thorn's now going to be thrown on the floor. Steel Garden similarly going to be invested, just looking to create some space. Keep things opened up here for the side of Nongshim. At a player disadvantage, but they have information. 2 stacked up here on B. A deep line for Francis with that op in hand outside of A main.
And not much to clear that op with. If they do end up going that way, but it looks like they might be trying to sneak through Art, but there's a ton of util. Oh, no. The Vice Wall, the turret. Margaret, yep.
Margaret is here, finds the first, a little bit of damage across, finds the second, and XDL can no longer afford the jump. Wall will fall, and Margaret collects the ball. Schulte now has 20 seconds to kill everyone, to get the spike. There's an op on a deep line. The swing in the corner in this round has very much gotten away from Zeta's hands.
Switching sides.
Well, look, if you want to have some kind of
I know exactly what you're going to say.
double sentinels.
Yep. Double Sentinel moving to the defending side.
Yep, double sentinel. But then you could say the same thing for Nongshim, so they have a neon, which I think it depends on how it's used, but
Margaret get some contact here. Shota swinging through, and they are able to go ahead and overwhelm. Damage not going to be suffered either as the spike sent over towards Sugar Zero. It's just jiggling on the angle, spots them out, backpedals immediately, calls for reinforcements.
no reason to challenge that.
Late flank, and XDL wins it out. Ivy going to be struck down. Now a 5v2, as Downbeat oversteps. Persia has to basically take out both of these in a high-low stack.
Last player standing.
And then turn back at the rest, but no. Flawless fashion.
10-10 in mid, though. Might have the read. Oh!
It's going to be Margaret with a shot. Puts him down. Solid advantage here to start. And Schulte just cycling these nanos here. Would love to inch forward to try to find that weapon, but it's just not going to be able to do so. Far too risky, decides to stay tucked back. Shifts away as the Nebula ends up falling. Triple push now. Heading down towards Sugar Zero. Francis. Armageddon's going to be sent. That clears out all. Sugar Zero just staying in position here for the moment. The relay bolt connecting. It's the headshot, but cannot finish the job. Dombey stays alive.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, that stun saved Dombey's life. This is tough retake, though. A couple Bulldogs and a Sheriff. And Nongshim knows they've got the long-range weapon advantage, so back up into long B.
Widely from here, it's going to be about trying to deal some damage.
Oh, it's just so
They can go absolutely crazy, but Dombey, yeah, forward into the smoke, able to find one. Looks for that transfer to get the fourth. Will not be able to do so. So far, just a lone casualty. It's Clues trying to see what he can find, but it's just going to be a flash to the face. And they put him down out of his misery. Nongshim reestablish the lead and deny a bonus conversion while holding on to 4 weapons.
Okay, this is where it starts getting very real. Tournament life on the line for Zeta Division in the second half. I think I saw an operator in 1010's hands. But man, I love the way.
30 seconds left.
Shilta just going to look to back away. Triple approach through Art. Persia working his way over towards main. Sugar Zero tucked here at dugout. And he's just going to get spammed down. Damage suffered. Middle of the way down to 29 health. Spike in play. Decent positions here for the side of Nongshim. This would be a bit of a back-breaking round for them to try to find the win and push forward. Clue's going to be struck down. The turn to the side, though. Shota, XDL able to find one apiece. Oh, Heavy breaks through over at Art.
Huge.
Now the 2v3. Steadies the aim. Shota dead. The re-peek in, though, and 10-10 with the op is able to deliver a 3K. Zeta, they tie it up at 8-8.
Oh, great reactions from 1010 at the end of this. Just playing off of those kills, trading them immediately.
They critically hold on to the operator and get the round win, but
yeah,
Money is still in a rough position here for Zeta. Let's see what the buy looks like as we get ready to go forward into the next round. Pressure very much starting to ramp up here against these players.
Ooh. Makes it so much easier to react to Zeta.
10-10. Looking alive and well here with that op.
France is just like, come on, do it. Swing out that door. But not taking the bait is Yota. He should never, until the spike is planted, probably leave that spot, but still pushing forward.
TP. Ooh. 10-10 nails the shot.
I'm a bit surprised Zeta wouldn't just maybe hang on to the judge. I mean, to be fair, Nongshim had plans for it. You can see this.
Let's scale forward and take some space, but the dimensional drift is just going to be coming through. Dombey tagged up and Ivy dead. Shota will go ahead and find him here in mid. Stun coming through, 10-10. Out of the dimensional drift, peeks in. Margaret gets dropped. Sugar Zero finding Persia.
Have some tools for a retake for Zeta, but you got to clear mid. You got to deal with these lurks.
Double Cosmic Divide's now going to be committed in. Steel Garden as well. Sent is Dombey. Will try to stay alive. Ivy, however, on the flank, going to be taken down. The slide forward, finds one, but Clues is there to capitalize. Player advantage now going to be found here as Francis backpedaling, sends out the salvos, just keeping them off the spike for now.
Margaret.
They have no information whatsoever. Margaret, like you say, is on the backstab. The Cosmic Divide now, getting ready to fall down. 10-10 finding one. Margaret striking, finds another Persia, able to find Shota. The lob in, but 10-10 pushes the Nebula, finds the shot. The defuse is just going to be stuck to Margaret. He cannot stop it. What is that drop shot? Kills 10-10, will stop them from carrying over the weapons, but oh, he cannot save the round. So very close. As Zeta now get up to map point.
Oh my goodness. This is madness.
I'm gonna look across the way and see if Chobra still has hair.
I hope not.
He does.
Dang. Well, Zeta though, I mean, who would have thought here on Pearl that they'd be doing this? I mean, still. No. Nobody playing off that util. Shota decided to hold his fire. So let's see. Spike should be able to be planted. Again, oh, Clues.
Dead. That's the spike interrupted. Salvo's now ready to be sent. It should at least get some damage. No, forces them back once again. Dombi, however, able to find one. Shota going to be taken down, so now the lockdown cannot come into play for the side of Zeta Division, and Margaret will immediately invest theirs. Look to create some space. Now they can push forward and guarantee the plant.
10-10 can drift.
Planted.
That's going to be the potential difference maker here.
Swaps the weapons over. Looks like he's going to go for it.
Setting up
Mask
for the
comes
lurk.
on. XDL here around the back. It's being watched. They're prepped for this. The push forward. Kills cannot be found. It's a tiny bit of damage going to be done here. 10-10. He's just jumping out right in front of him. Finds one. Eventually will get taken down. Ivy finds the second. So it looks like Clues maybe just to snatch up the operator. Try to run out, try to save this one, but you can see here on the mini-map, Persia getting into pole position to try to intercept.
He's not going to expect it.
No, not at all. He's through the gap. The weapon lost. Nongshim stabilize.
Things slowing down. Pressure on both of these teams immense.
Persia forward into the smoke. Yup, not in a position to try to find the punish. Will jump up over the top and does manage to cut him in two. As Armageddon sent over towards Secret. Sugar Zero out in front of it, just tucked here within the smoke. The relay bolt going to be connecting as he moves up into the smoke. Sugar Zero is instantaneous with a headshot. Francis similarly dives forward. Shorty in hand. Cuts him down, brings him now into a 3v3, but Ivy tagged up. The lockdown still available. The flick from 10-10 whipped. Lockdown now in play. Nongshim having to respect this. They backpedal. Margaret sticking around for a little bit longer to just lob in some of this util. Nano's popped. Salvo's sent. Zeta needing to fight forward, fight their way out in towards main. But they are being saved off and shut down. Nongshim persevere. The Tejo a world away. Blue's not going to be in position to try to interrupt this one. He managed to push forward ahead of the Cosmic Divide. Just going to try to bait out what they possibly can.
Ooh.
Margaret. Looks like it took him a second, but he finally realizes and sends it. Absolutely destroyed. Now the sprint forward. He's going to be flushed into the open, and he wins the fight! Still gets taken down by the open. It might not matter. The 2 kills. Puts Nongshim in with the lead. Ivy low on HP, but 10-10. Gets out, finds Persia. Dummy, the slide forward, dead. 10-10. This man is glass cannon, and he's still winning the fights! Whoa! Sugar Zero dead through the wall.
10 seconds left.
10-10.
One enemy remaining.
Tries to play around with him a little bit. Shota playing on the timing. Peeks, finds it! And Zeta get over the line. 13-11. We are going to map 3. The fates of these two teams still up in the air. As Shota about to catch a glimpse. It's going to be Margaret spotting him out. Finds him there within the smoke. 10-10 stunned, but still able to go ahead and stabilize for the headshot. Dombi going to be struck down, so 1 for 1. The paranoia goes across over towards ramp, but Zeta not wanting to overpeak, and Clues on a lurk. Swinging around the back, about to get the catch. Finds it. Ivy, however, not finished off. Meanwhile, back up towards the vent. XDL going to be able to find one. Francis straightened it out. Sugar Zero guns down 2. 10-10 swings back across. And that is the pistol going the way of Zeta. We're able to avoid it. The second map. Let's see if they can look to just close things out. Francis is going to be able to find one, but in Margaret just absolutely out on an island. 6 bullets remaining. XDL puts every single one of them to good use. Now looking for an ace. Go ahead and start things off, and there you go. Ace or Predator, ace in hand. That is going to be a damn clean anti-eco. 2-0 start for Zeta.
It is getting loud downstairs.
Oh, there are a ton of Zeta fans.
Oh, yeah.
Both sides very well represented tonight, as it turns out.
Absolutely. Very excited to see it. And this is just beautiful play, nice setups. Some of his teammates there getting involved. In that fight. Crossfire setup, though. Shota.
Relay ball set. Sugar Zero sticks around, finds the headshot. Drops down Paranoia up in towards Mail. Persia not caught by it, but Shota's still able to find the kill. As this round is looking all good for Zeta Division, but Downbeat will go ahead, re-steady the aim. Finds one, strafing forward into the side, however, is Ivy. Pop flash sent around the back pillar. Just the classic in behind this operator. 10-10. Needing a bit of rescue here, needing some reinforcements perhaps. Swooping forward and never mind. Closes it out with the classic.
I'm out of the loop, like, with normal English memes. It's hard enough.
Speaking of, 10-10 pushes the smoke and Dombi dead on the floor. There's no idea what was coming their way. And just like that, ZETA have outdone Nongshim off the back of the timeout. The slow drift away. Ivy and Margaret have to save.
I mean, they just have great plans. A complete change of pace from Nongshim.
Things coming down. Ooh, 10-10. Not able to find the spot out. Does go in for the dimensional drift. He's going to chase forward into garage and confirm that there's nobody else in this position as XDL quickly trying to tuck back here around the corner and does end up getting taken down. Dombi able to find that kill. Spike, however, still not forward into the site. Sugar 0 now. Eliminated. Dombi comes away with a second. Lose will bring him around with that shorty. Cuts him down to size. At the same time, though, you still have Ivy widely contained back over in spawn. Just waiting to try to see if that flank comes through, what 10-10's approach is going to be. Pit, however, now invested from Shota. He needs this Yor to be able to deliver some form of assistance. 10-10 has the jump.
Wow.
Kill found.
What a read.
Weapon could get swapped out. It seems like may just have to opt to hold on to this operator.
Contesting them. They were just letting it expire. Just saying, oh, he popped the ult, back up, back up.
Yeah. Well, all things considered, ends up being a very costly round for the ZETA division because they do lose, but they also commit 4 ults. The 10-10, though, not skipping a beat. Keeps the op in play, peeks out, immediately finds one, leaving Margaret on the floor. Pit not investable here as Mr. Worldwide.
So I'm talking about.
Finds another.
He's so good at being in the right place at the right time.
Persia going to be TPing forward here onto the A side. Paranoia burned. Double approach in towards heaven as the spike gets ready to be planted. Clues does have this Armageddon, but opts not to send it quite just yet. Wants to get the rest of the team clustered up and likely look for a bit of a flood retake. Salvo is going to be sent, and hopping over to the side, having swapped over to the Vandals. Going to be good for one as Dombi looks for a little bit more. Pushes him low, but cannot find that kill. Now is all in his lonesome here in heaven. And can only get the one additional follow-up kill. Full 4-man wraparound through the sewer?
I don't think so. I think Clues is going to go.
We're about to find out.
Yeah.
The wraparound coming
Margaret.
through. XDL is a world away. Now starting to work his way across, but like you said, Margaret, he's already in a position, just lurking here, expecting this and striking. Swings it for a little bit more and is snappy to find the third. Back pedals, I don't think he's going to be expected. Nope, never mind, solid. Gets himself the 4th kill. On for the ace, but Clue's a world away. It's just going to backpedal and look to save his weapon. Nongshim, first time getting consecutive round wins. They will find that 4th and start turning the tides of this half.
I mean, just plays like that from Margaret are difference makers in the just the beginning of the round. Just when he shuts down the op.
They want it. They want to give it to him, and they will. Another ace. As Ace the Predator getting plenty of shout-outs here today. Margaret on his feet, and for good reason. Secures it 11-5-1 to 11-5-1. Both he and 10-10
no.
popping off for their respective teams. Excuse me. What?
That is just a read.
Arrest him.
He threw the snake, but it is hard against the deadlock. I get it. Here, you're certainly playing for a retake.
Space taken, Paranoia. Slowing the approach, TP across the way from Sugar 0, swings out, and does manage to find the kill, eats an immense amount of damage, just trying to fake the TP. Wall falls, Shota in position to find Persia. Dombi now dead. That's a weapon scooped up for XDL. It seems like Nongshim, they might have overcooked the round. Still trying to bail their way out. Shota about to be called on the timing. Just like that, the pendulum swings back.
That's a head scratcher. You got to expect they're going for it. You don't have time to walk through that smoke.
Sonic sensor set up. Salvo is going to be sent. Couple seconds remaining, interrupts this plant. Clues trying to go for the swing, but I think that, do they have the time? They do, just narrowly. XDL is able to find one. Doesn't have any util. He's just pinned in here at this position. Oh my God, wall broken. He's sprinting for it, he's getting out, and XDL! My God, he's done it! What a chaotic round! And that is gonna feel like a hell of a backbreaker. He's locked into alley.
You can't do that.
They're carpet bombing him.
And he just runs and guns.
Absolutely absurd.
Oh my God. That is unbelievable. I mean,
order up another round, boys.
that guy in the front, that was me. Just a little worried about the old blood pressure there. My God. Well, it's just madness. I mean, after Margaret has just a crazy round before it, XDL able to answer in kind. Now you've got the ult again.
Mundi catching a glimpse of one, 10-10 trying to hit that shot in transit. XDL considering the Rolling Thunder there for a moment, but opts to save it. Waits until they can get the team in position for a bit of a retake. Margaret, up shot, gonna go wide. Spike now getting planted, Sonic sensors. One front of sight, one at elbow. 10-10 leading the charge. Dimensional Drift goes out. And he could try to call an angle here. It looks like Rolling Thunder just going to be sent over towards the site. Doesn't get the hit, and okay, never mind, it does. And Ivy just finds the headshot. Looking for the pull forward there off the Annihilation, does not manage to find it. XDL takes out Ivy. The 2v3 though. The pull in shuts him down. XDL good for another, but now it's just Sugar Zero alone on the site here. Finding one more, but the time is just not going to be there on his side. Looks to just go ahead and hold this one down. The shots getting dodged out, but Persia just rushes forward. Shots at range rather as Margaret goes rushing forward. And it's going to be 7-5. Ivy does get noted. They're going to look to try to pressure him out. 10-10 just finds it timing as Ivy turns his sights back over towards Garage. Flash out, Margaret able to turn from it, does well to find the one, but Sugar Zero pushes in alongside. Player advantage now going to be set up, and this linger here from Clues over in Mail. Likely hearing these footsteps. They're still pushing for him, but has the frenzy, has the kill, looks for the second, can't make it happen. Domby loses 26 HP. But now it's just he and Persia approaching through these smokes to try to get back in. Relay bolt going to be sent. Shota stunned up here for the moment, but Sugar Zero immediately finding the dink. Tucks back inside of the smoke. Domby swapping over the weapon. Swings the corner. Finds one. XDL on the floor. Sugar Zero. Oh! Taken down as Domby comes up huge. The slide forward, the frenzy, the 4K. Nongshim get themselves a third pistol win with a Red Bull clutch and are 1 round away from tying this up.
That's devastating. I mean, what a round though. It looks so good for Zeta. A great entry by 10-10, follows up with a good flash to set up for the trade. They've got Clues to counter the lurk. It looks like it's all Zeta. And then a frenzy in Domby's hands just spells their doom. Huge, huge moment. With the barrier mesh. Now out with a lot of util early. Drone should get the spot into Margaret. Margaret repositions, but immediate rotations from Nongshim, and look at this Bucky.
I'm just watching it and puts him down. Swing onto the corner, stun the Clues. Kill gonna be found. Shota beaten and battered down to 17 HP. Still does manage to find a kill, but that leaves XDL now all alone, rotating across through the sewer with Margaret there ready and waiting once more.
TV remembers.
Rides the rope down. He's not opting for the util. Eyes trained above, but Margaret right there in front waiting for him. Gonna be able to see too much of anything there. Dimensional Drift now sent here from 10-10. Looking forward, spots out one. Looks like he's just gonna play harass here against this deadlock. Ball still set up though on the exit of this garage, now expiring. As point blank shot, Shota however able to find the headshot on the Ivy, so it's gonna be a 1-for-1 in the end. As he just gets cocooned up and taken down. Salvos now sent. Rotations coming through. The sprint across through the defender's spawn. All of Nongshim are about to be gathered together.
Good flash.
Shots flying, completely blinded up, and Margaret regains his vision. Dummy arriving, finds 10-10, and this round is cooked. Nongshim break the economy, continue their streak.
Got that Viper's pit there as well. Cluz is going to try to find a way to sneak in when Margaret's not expecting it. Has to be time. He's a little bit ahead of the curve in my opinion, but I guess he's just tucking behind the wall. Okay. That's fine. Got to wait for this execute to go before Margaret's attention is...
Oh, the stun. Francis now sending the salvos. Schulte out ahead of it, but still taken down, and now the spike is on the floor. 30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds.
Cluz needing to find this opener, but he cannot. Knife out into the heart of Sugar Zero to kill the hopes and dreams. Nongshim up now by 4, 11-7. This attack side from ZETA is bearing no fruit, holding no water.
TP from Sugar Zero.
Just joins in, not going to be a more aggressive one to scout the site. There's 10-10, taken down. Persia spraying across. Sugar Zero's dead, XTL gone. They don't need to see a damn person. They just hold down M1 and they're rewarded with kills. Schulte trying to take some space, finds the first, can find nothing more. Match point. Get crash at the ready. Persia's position going to be noted.
TP.
Stun comes through. And yeah, I ended up TP on top of. No, actually, Salvo's going to be set up there from Cluz. Is able to find one. The push forward, the drop down. The judge in hand. Francis arriving, but Domby already clearing out the enemy Yoru. 20 seconds remaining. Sight still not in their control. Ivy swings. XCL dead. Cluz gone. As it all comes down to this, Francis will bring it to an end. 13-7, a flawless defender's side. Nongshim RedForce punched their ticket forward.
Just a brilliant display on this defender side of Split. That deadlock, so annoying.